morning.
Morning.
Dzień dobry. Ruben is snoring in the back. It's almost lunchtime. It's like 2 minutes to 12. We are currently in the car on the way to the zoo. It's been a morning. Yeah. So Ruben went to bed at like 10:15 last night. We went to bed about 11:30. Ruben woke up at 5:45. It then took us, an hour and 45 minutes to get him back to sleep. And then he slept for 2 hours. He ate half his breakfast. And yeah, it's been okay. You know, this little cold, and I think it's fair to say both John and I now both have colds. We're both a bit today. I did read online though that because everyone wore masks last winter, they don't have an immune system to the current flu virus, which is why they're really pushing the flu jab at home. I've had 2 text messages to get mine booked. I'm going to book my flu jab when we get home. But yeah, Ruben is asleep. Today is sponsored by Dry Shampoo and White Monster. But we're on the way to the zoo. You had a good time, little beach. He's not impressed with his hat.
It's cold, he has to wear it.
This is it. But Ruben's not impressed with it. We've been to this zoo. Is this our 3rd trip?
Yeah.
It's so pretty. Look at all the different coloured leaves. So far, elephant got the most ooze. But he did quite like the kitten, sand tigers, lions. They had kittens, it was quite cute. Oh, that hill was steep. Zoo done. Ruben asleep in the back. He perked up. Like I say, we've all got a bit of a cold, but at one point we thought we was going to have to leave. Emergency cow pod rationing and some baby crisps, and life is good again. Definitely elephants and monkeys' favourites, do you think?
Yeah.
But he was a really good boy.
I like the pigs.
He did like the pigs.
Well, they're not called pigs, are they?
They're boars, aren't they?
They were collared picari.
Alright.
Or something like that, yeah.
They look like piggies to me. But he did like those. And the ducks.
Yeah. Yeah, but the ducks were noisy.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the fun for
Yeah.
him. So yeah, zoo went really well. Now apparently it's going to take 40 something minutes to get home, even though it only took 20 minutes to get here, but we've kind of hit it at the wrong time of the day. But everything is quite pretty. Sunshine in the autumnal leaves. At one point we kind of was having a coffee and like the wind picked up all these leaves and it looked like something out of a movie. It was quite like very satisfying. But it was just really nice to go somewhere and like no masks.
Outside.
Yeah, because everything's outside. It was just, and like I'm not anti-mask. They serve a real big purpose, but it was just really nice to feel that level of normal.
Yeah.
Like it was really lovely. But yeah, I
Because
mean,
it was quiet as well, wasn't it? Monday at the zoo.
Yeah.
Busy day, is it?
no one's there. I was thinking when we got there, there was a sign saying like we were the 200 and
206th customer of the day.
yeah.
A school trip there, so that must have been 40 kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, completely. Yeah, gonna enjoy the peace, drink our pop, and chat rubbish to each other.
So we've been back at the apartment for a little bit, had a bit of chill out. Ruben's had a bit of a play and a run around. A quick bum change, and we're going to go out and get some pierogi for dinner. Ruben loves pierogi. He's going to enjoy it at Mandu.
Are you in the kitchen? Are you cooking all the dinners? Dinner was rather lovely.
Yeah, it's good.
We had wild boar pierogi, roski, which is it cottage cheese?
Cottage cheese and potato.
Which Ruben loves. And what are the baked one called?
Those are like done in the oven, aren't they? Rather than
Boiled. To
barbecue chicken.
It was rather good.
Yeah,
And then we walked over to Rossmann, which is like Boots,
Super
Superdrug. Got some nappies and mascara and bubbles. Bubbles as in for Ruben. And now Ruben is snoring in the back. We've come back home, but we're going to go to somewhere a bit closer for dessert. And we're home. And Ruben is in bed, and even though it is pitch black out there, it's actually quite early. This is possibly the earliest Ruben's gone to bed. Got makeup all over my face. This is the earliest Ruben has gone to bed the entire week. Obviously all the fresh air at the zoo must have done something. We ended up getting Beddle for dessert. Beddle is a little bit like old school Thornton's, I think, but like they're chocolate you can buy everywhere, like in the corner shop, in Tesco's, they're like a bit like Cadbury's, but they have like calves, and it's like they make chocolate pierogi and chocolate cakes and ice creams and things. John was a hero because I wanted crepes with chocolate mousse, and in my rushed order I ordered pancakes, and these like stodgy Scotch pancake things turned up with like cherries on, and John saw my disappointment and offered to swap. He's a good egg. But yeah, Ruben is asleep. Funny thing, we did pick up a couple of gifts in Veddel, but our Veddel bill was more than our actual meal at the pierogi place. But the pierogi place is on the other side of town, which is much more of a locals place to go, whereas Veddel was on this side of town and it's much more touristy. Yeah, we don't really venture to that side of town anymore, but it was like the first 2 times we stayed here, first three times we stayed here, we stayed on that side because it was more summer, and in the winter months this side of Gdansk it's not cheap, but it's more reasonable. But in the summer months, we stay the other side of town because otherwise it's silly money. You have to be a very rich person to be able to get one of these apartments in the summer months. But yeah, sproggies were good. I'm absolutely stuffed. Ruben is asleep. John's gone out on the balcony to make some phone calls. I think we're going to watch a bit of Netflix and go to bed because I'm fat and full.